Hello, this is Danielle Ireland with Healing Hearts of Indie. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's video. And today I'm more presenting a question than a suggestion, but it's inspired by the old expression, you are what you eat. And the question I started asking myself and then thought maybe other people might be interested in the same question is, are you also what you consume in terms of information and media? We have our technology, our computers, our tablets, our phone in front of our face multiple times a day. For some of us, hundreds of times a day. And depending on the information that's being fed back to us based on something maybe we've searched in the past, it's very possible that we have fallen into a more affirmative view versus an informed view, meaning that what's being shown back to us and what was getting perpetuated in our technology are views that we already buy into. And then without thinking, almost without full awareness, we can start to think that the world is this way based on maybe this limited resource stream that's being fed to us on our technology. So a couple of things that I'm trying to incorporate in my own life just to make sure that I'm remaining emotionally open, that I'm keeping my empathetic and my humility in check, and that I'm not getting too firm in ideas that I already believe in or buy into. I'd like to believe that I can be relatively objective and open to other ideas. But the three questions that I'm asking myself, I'm checking in, as I get online, and I'm trying to do this daily for the next couple weeks. We'll see how well that goes. But if you're interested in participating along, or if any of these questions are interested to you, use it as a journaling exercise or even a conversation starter with some friends and see if you find any relief or benefit from this discussion. But those questions are, is this thought that I'm thinking or this information I'm consuming online uplifting me? So often we can get caught in this trap of comparison, insecurity, or even critical of others without even realizing it, criticizing celebrities or what people are doing in the world, particularly politics or policy or government. It's very easy to fall into that critical view of, well, everyone else is dumb and why don't they do things the way I would do it? And I could be speaking from personal experience, and maybe that's why I chose this video, because I didn't like the words that were coming out of my mouth. But the question that I'm reviewing and going back to a couple times a day is this thought or is this action uplifting me or draining me? And more often, I find that when I fall into criticism, insecurity, shame, those are draining. Those aren't uplifting thoughts. But when I'm looking for opportunities for gratitude, when I'm letting someone know that I care, when I'm actively and attentively listening, that is uplifting. And so maybe explore what that might be or what that might look like for you. The other thing that I'm trying to be more conscious of is, if this thought that I was thinking, whether it's a critical thought or an uplifting one, if this thought was a magnet that attracted an experience in my life, meaning if I think something less than kind about someone else, if that thought, that critical thought, brought an experience into my life, would that be an experience I would want to live? And no, it wouldn't. I don't know anyone who would want to attract criticism onto themselves or welcome that kind of hateful, less than kind feeling from someone else. So that's just another way to kind of gut check and be aware of the thoughts that I'm thinking and the things that I'm saying. If this brought an experience into my life, would I want to live this experience? And it's a good motivator to just try to put more kindness out in the world. And then the last thought was, is this information I'm consuming affirming what I already believe, or is it informing me about something that I don't already know? Growth, learning, continuing to stretch ourselves, not only is it healthy for our mental state and our emotional health and well-being, but it helps us become more informed citizens and more informed people in the world. So while validation is comforting and it can be helpful in its own way, certainly, it's also helpful too to maybe practice empathy, putting ourselves in someone else's shoes that has a different experience than our own and trying to learn from that and maybe get a little outside of our comfort zone and get stretched. So I know that this week's video might be a little rambly, but as always, I appreciate your time and attention. Thank you for tuning in to this content, and let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any follow-up questions, comments, concerns, or if there's any topics that you would like to have us explore. Feel free to email me at danielle@healingheartsofindy.com, or you can also call in to schedule an appointment at 317-218-3038. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.